The 2018 F-150 gave buyers two main engines to choose from, and by now both have been on the road long enough to prove what they're really made of. The turbo 3.5 EcoBoost and the naturally aspirated 5.0 V8, both pushing past 200,000 miles now, both backed by real owner data instead of brochure promises. Same year, same 10-speed transmission. This is the fair fight nobody's actually run. One clear winner, decided by the data, not by which badge sounds tougher on a tailgate. If you own a 2018 F-150 or you're shopping for one right now, this decides your next repair bill. Neither engine is perfect, so don't expect a clean sweep. The real question isn't which one breaks, it's which failure costs you less by 200,000 miles. Here's what most owners don't see coming. The engine everyone calls bulletproof has a secret failure of its own. One owner running a 3.5 posted his shop quote after his truck crossed 130,000 miles. Cam phasers and a stretched timing chain. $4,800. That's the fight. Let's get into it. Off the line, the 3.5 wins the field test, and it's not close. Turbo torque shows up the second you touch the pedal. No waiting, no winding it out. The 5.0 needs revs to hit peak torque. So in daily driving, the EcoBoost feels quicker even when the numbers on paper are close. For buyers who care about how a truck feels every single day, that's round one to the turbo. Hook up a trailer and the story holds for a minute. The 3.5 takes off from a dead stop with a loaded trailer easier than the V8 does, and the 10-speed doesn't hunt for gears the way it does behind the naturally aspirated engine. Round two, turbo again. But put that same trailer on a mountain grade and hold it there for 20 minutes and the story flips. Sustained towing runs, the turbo hotter under load, and heat over time is what wears an engine down. The V8 doesn't have a turbo to manage, so it runs cooler and takes the long climbs. Round three goes to the 5.0. There's a wrinkle here worth knowing if you tow at altitude. Naturally aspirated engines lose about 3% of their power for every 1,000 feet of elevation, and the 5.0 doesn't have anything to make that up. The 3.5 does, because the turbo just spins harder to hold sea-level power no matter how high you climb. So the towing verdict isn't one size fits all. It splits by where you actually drive. Fuel economy tells a similar two-part story. Empty. The 3.5 beats the 5.0 by roughly 1 to 2 miles per gallon, according to 2018 EPA figures. But load up a trailer and that gap collapses, and on some setups it flips in the V8's favor entirely. So here's where round one lands. Turbo wins when the truck is light, VE8 wins when the truck is working. Towing is the same story twice. None of that matters much next to what actually breaks by 200,000 miles. That's where this gets real. Here's what nobody tells you when they call the 5.0 V8 bulletproof. That word gets thrown around so much it stops meaning anything, and by the end of this round, you'll see why it's the wrong word for either engine. Start your truck cold on a winter morning, and the 3.5 will tell you everything you need to know before you even pull out of the driveway. Owners report a rattle right at startup, and it's not random. Some describe it like a handful of marbles shaking around in a coffee can. Others say it sounds closer to a typewriter clacking away under the hood for a second or two. When the engine sits overnight, oil pressure drops, and it takes a few seconds for fresh oil to build pressure again once you turn the key. The cam phasers, the parts that adjust valve timing on the fly, run on that oil pressure, and the locking pins inside them need that pressure to seat before they hold steady. Until it catches up, they clatter. A few seconds of noise, then it goes quiet once oil pressure builds back up. The 5.0 V8 doesn't have that phaser design, and owners simply don't report the same cold rattle on it. Point one against the turbo. Before we go further, let's kill an old argument that doesn't apply here anymore. For years, direct injection engines took heat for carbon buildup on the intake valves, since fuel never washes over them the way it does with older port injection. Both the 3.5 and the 5.0 in 2018 run dual injection, port and direct together, so that fuel does wash the valves again. That complaint belongs to an older generation of engines. It's off the table for this matchup, and we're not bringing it back up. Now, the record that actually matters. Owners running the 3.5 past 150,000 miles commonly report turbo wear setting in, and replacing a turbo isn't cheap. Shops commonly quote $1,500 to $2,500 per side, and some trucks run 2 turbos. If one side's already failing, most shops will tell you to just replace both at once, since labor is the biggest chunk of that bill and you're already in there with the engine apart. Add in the phaser and timing chain job we mentioned up top, and you're commonly looking at $4,000 to $5,000 in major work by 200,000 miles. That's not a rare horror story. That's a documented pattern. Remember the owner we opened with? His 3.5 hit 130,000 miles and needed phasers and a timing chain. The quote came back near $4,800. That's not an outlier plucked from a forum to scare you. That's the middle of the range this engine is known for. So the V8 wins this round, right? Not so fast. Here's the twist that makes this an honest comparison instead of a sales pitch. 2018 through 2020, 5.0 engines carry a documented problem of their own: excessive oil consumption. Ford issued a Technical Service Bulletin, 19-2058, addressing it. Dealers have reflashed the engine computer to try to correct it, and in some cases, the entire engine got replaced under warranty. There's an active class action tied to this exact issue. So when someone tells you the 5.0 just runs and runs with zero drama, they're leaving out the part where it might be burning a quart of oil every 1,000 miles and nobody checked the dipstick. Burning a quart that fast doesn't strand you on the highway, it just means more top-offs between oil changes. But let it go unchecked long enough and you're running low enough to starve the bottom end, and that's when a cheap fix turns into a real engine job. The V8 still wins this round on total failure severity. A turbo replacement and a class action oil problem are not the same weight class, and one of them tends to be far more expensive to fix. But that win comes with a condition attached, not a footnote you skip past. Check the oil consumption history on any 5.0 before you buy it. If nobody's tracked it, you're buying a guess. One more engine deserves a mention before we move on, because it comes up every time this debate happens online. The 3.0-liter Power Stroke diesel isn't the 200,000 mile answer either. It's a newer design, parts availability is thinner, and there isn't enough high mileage data yet to trust it the way we can trust these 2 gas engines. One line, and we're done with it. So where does that leave us? The V8 wins the failure round, but it isn't a clean win, and that's exactly why the final number, the one that adds up every dollar spent by 200,000 miles, matters more than either engine's reputation. Add it all up, and the gap stops being close. 3.5 owners commonly face phasers, a timing chain, and eventually a turbo, and those bills stack on top of each other by 200,000 miles. 5.0 owners face a different job. Watch the oil, catch the burn early, and the routine cost stays low. One side is chasing parts failures, the other side is checking a dipstick. That's not a small gap, that's a different category of ownership. Resale tells the same story from a different angle. V8 trucks commonly appraise higher at trade-in, and it's not because buyers love the badge more. A simpler engine reads as lower risk, both to the dealer writing the offer and to the next owner signing for it. A 2018 F-150 with 200,000 miles runs roughly $12,000 to $18,000 depending on trim, and that purchase price is close whether you pick the turbo or the V8. The real gap isn't on the lot, it's in what you spend after you drive off. Nobody's asking about phasers on a 5.0. Plenty of buyers ask about turbos on a 3.5. So here's the winner, stated plainly. For most 2018 F-150 owners, the 5.0 V8 is the smarter buy at 200,000 miles. And that verdict comes with a condition attached in the same breath, not buried in the fine print. Pull the oil consumption history before you buy one. Checking that history is what separates a smart buy from a guess. A truck with documented oil checks and no burn problem is the real prize here, and it's worth paying a little more for. A truck with no records on oil level is a coin flip wearing a good reputation, and you won't know which side it lands on until it's your dipstick coming up dry. Skip that step, and you're not buying a proven engine, you're buying a guess with a good reputation. Why does it win? Fewer catastrophic failure points, cheaper routine ownership, stronger resale. The data doesn't lie, and none of those three things are close. But don't sell your 3.5 if you fall into one specific group. If you tow often at altitude, or you live in mountain country and you're hauling a trailer upgrades every week, the turbo holds power the V8 simply can't match without forced induction. That's a real use case, not a consolation prize. For that buyer, the 3.5 is still the right engine. Before you buy either one, run 2 quick checks. Cold start any 3.5 and listen for that phaser rattle in the first few seconds. If you hear it, ask how long it's been happening and get a quote before you sign anything. On any 5.0, ask for oil fill history and check the dipstick yourself. If nobody's tracked consumption, treat that as a red flag, not a shrug. 2 engines, 6 rounds, 1 clear answer. Quick pass before you go. The Turbo 1 feel and unloaded fuel economy. The VE8 1 cold starts, the failure record, total cost, and resale. 4 rounds to 2, and the 4 that matter most all point the same direction. For most 2018 F-150 buyers, the 5.0 is the safer bet past 200,000 miles. Check the oil history first, and that bet gets a lot safer. Which engine would you trust past 200,000 miles? Drop it below. I read every one of them. Subscribe if you want the next matchup before it drops.